This video has been made to show you how to reball your ball nut in the event that it fails. That's a terrible sound. But if you've ever gotten on Google and tried to find how to reball your ball nut or loosen your balls, you may get a bunch of websites that don't pertain to linear motion. So today we're going to learn how to put all the balls back in your ball nut. Before reballing your ball nut, there's a few items that you need to gather. The ball nut, the balls that have escaped, ball screw, screwdriver, and lubrication. Once you've collected all the balls, you'll need to separate them into the number of piles that correlate with how many return tubes you have. If your ball nut has 2 return tubes, then you'll have 2 piles. If your ball nut has only 1 or 4, then you'll have that number of piles. Although it's not ideal, the ball screw can work with 90% of the balls. Once you've gathered all your materials, you'll want to start with removing the bracket that holds the return tube on. Using a screwdriver, undo the 2 screws that hold it in place. Once you remove the bracket, you can then remove the 2 return tubes. Once you've done this, it's easiest to go ahead and put the ball nut on the ball screw. Once the ball nut is safe distance from the end, you can then begin reloading the balls. As you do this, you want to turn the screw to move them through the path. Once you've loaded the balls into this end and continue turning the ball screw and notice the ball starting to appear in the bottom return, you've now filled up this track and need to put the remaining balls into the return tube. You'll start by assembling the 2 pieces of the return tube together. And then loading the balls into it. Once you've got the remaining balls in the return tube, you'll need to add some gel to keep the balls from coming out when you flip it over and put it into the ball screw. Just a touch into each side. And once you get it in place, you want to press until you hear it snap into place. Then you'll put the retaining bracket back on with the screws. Once you've done that, you're halfway there. You now have to take the return tube off the other side and load the remaining balls into this side. You'll then want to slowly turn the ball nut and make sure that all the balls are retained. And once they are and they're running smoothly, you've successfully reballed your ball nut. So do a little dance.